Well, greetings everybody. This is Patty here. How are you all doing today? This is from harp.net. Now, this might be old information to some of you, but to some of you it might be new information. So, could the HARP project be for mind control? That's just one reason. Earth is wrapped in a donut-shaped magnetic field. Circular lines of flux continuously descend into the North Pole and emerge from the South Pole. The ionosphere, an electromagnetic wave conductor 1,100 kilometers above the Earth, consists of a layer of electrically charged particles acting as a shield from solar winds. And I'm going to include in there that, the chemtrails are heating up the ionosphere. So the chemtrails are also playing a part in all of this. This is all connected to the Schumann resonance. It's all connected to Gwen Towers and HARP. Yep, this is all connected. So, the ionosphere, an electromagnetic wave conductor 100 kilometers above the Earth, consists of a layer of electrically charged particles acting as a shield from solar winds. Okay. Natural waves are related to the electrical activity in the atmosphere and are thought to be caused by multiple lightning storms. Collectively, these waves are called the Schumann resonance. Oops. Okay, and here on Truth Corner, I'm just going to read you part of it. The Earth's natural Schumann resonances are being manipulated by CERN, HARP, and Gwen Towers, as I already had said in one of my videos. So, hold on, let me switch back. Oh, yep. Sorry. Total population control, mind control, and overview of the ELF, Gwen Towers, and HARP interconnection, plus... Oh, I said that. Okay, next. Okay, back to this one. Okay, collectively these waves are called the Schumann resonance. The current strongest at 7.8 Hertz. These are quasi-standing extremely low frequency ELF waves that naturally exist in the Earth's electromagnetic cavity, the space between the ground and the ionosphere. These Earth brainwaves are identical to the spectrum of our brainwaves. Okay, so when the Earth's brainwaves are getting messed with by HARP and Gwen, when the Earth's frequencies are messed with, so is the human. Sounds like control to me. Okay, I'm going to skip over that. Okay. The Creator designed living beings to resonate to this natural frequency pulsation in order to evolve harmoniously. The ionosphere is being manipulated by the U.S. government right here. Okay? We're talking chemtrails now. Chemtrails. And scientists using an Alaskan transmitter called HARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, which sends focused radiated power. Wow! Sends focused radiated power to heat up sections of the ionosphere, which bounces power down again. Can't you see how this is interfering with the natural Schumann resonances? That's how evil these people are. Alright? They don't want us waking up, so they have to interfere and monkey around with the Schumann resonance. Bastards. Okay, anyways, blah, 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 blah. Using the Alaskan transmitter called HARP, which sends focused radiated power to heat up sections of the ionosphere. Wonder why it's so damn hot lately? Ask these guys. which and the UV radiation, hello. Okay, bounces power down again. Alpha waves from HAARP, when targeted on areas, can weather engineer and create mood changes affecting millions. Yeah, you read that right. They can create mood changes affecting millions. The intended wattage is 1,700 billion watts of power. A former government insider deduced that they want to flip the world upside down. Like a pole shift? I don't know. 64 elements on the ground modulate with variation the geomagnetic waves naturally coming from the ground. The Earth's natural brain rhythm above is balanced with these. These are the same minerals as the red blood corpuscles. There is a relation between the blood and the geomagnetic waves. Right here. And an imbalance between the Schumann and geomagnetic waves disrupts biorhythms. There you go. These geomagnetic waves are being replaced by artificially created very low frequency ground waves coming from those beautifully decorated Gwen towers. Okay. Gwen, ground wave emergency network. Yeah, don't you love how they use those words? Emergency sounds good, but it's not. Transmitters placed 200. Check this out, guys. These transmitters are placed 200 miles apart across the USA. Allow specific frequencies to be tailored to the geomagnetic field strength in each area, allowing the magnetic field to be altered. I hate my highlighter. Sorry. They operate at the VLF range with transmissions between VLF 150 and 175. Whatever that hertz is. I don't know what the K means. I'm sorry. They also emit UHF waves 225 to 400. Okay. The VLF signals travel by waves that hug the ground rather than radiating into the atmosphere. A Gwen station transmits circularly up to 300 miles. The signal dropping off sharply with distance. The entire Gwen system consists of, depending on source of data, from 58 to an intended 300 transmitters spread across the United States of America, each with a tower between 300 and 500 feet high. 300-foot copper wires in spoke-like fashion span out from the base of the system underground, interacting with the Earth like a thin-shelled conductor, radiating radio wave energy for very long distances through the ground. USA bathes in this magnetic field, which rises to 500 feet, even going down to basements. So, everyone is mind-controlled. The whole artificial ground wave spread out. Okay, the whole artificial ground wave spreads out over the USA like a web. It's easier to mind control and hypnotize people who are bathed in artificial electromagnetic wave, covering the entire floor, and I'm assuming they're talking about the Earth, with aluminum, and buying, I don't know what a CET cylinder is. Hang on, we're going to ask the computer. Huh? Okay. Nope, that didn't tell me anything. Hold on. Okay, well anyways, I'm sure it's not anything good. Because it's it's in parentheses, covering the entire floor with aluminum, which comes out of the chemtrails. We all know that. And, God, I'm sorry. And buying a CET cylinder from Nordic Living Water System helps. Okay. Gwen towers have many different functions, including controlling the weather, mind, behavior, and mood control. These work in conjunction with HAARP, and again, in comes the Russians with their old Woodpecker transmitter. Sorry. Similar to HAARP. The Russians openly market a small version of their weather engineering system called ELATE. Wow, not a nice fancy term. Which can fine-tune weather patterns over a 200-mile area and have the same range as the Gwen unit. One operates at Moscow Airport, and the Gwen towers shoot enormous bursts of energy into the atmosphere in conjunction with HAARP. They're all connected. Everything is freaking connected. Alright? Again, I'm saying, throw chemtrails in this because the chemtrails heat up the ionosphere. Anyways. Invisible enormous rivers of water consisting of vapors that flow moves towards the poles in the lower atmosphere. They rival the flow of the Amazon River and are 420 to 480 miles wide and up to 4,800 miles long. They are 1.9 miles above the Earth and have volumes of, 340 pounds of water per second. Oh. There are 5 atmospheric rivers in each hemisphere. A massive flood can be created by damming up one of these massive vapor rivers, causing huge amounts of rainfall to be dumped. That's exactly what happened last year. Exactly. So, make no mistake about it. All this goofy weather we've been having is manufactured. Oh, even this horrible 105-degree temperatures we're getting out here in California, it's terrible. And here we go. The Gwen Towers, positioned along the areas north of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers, were turned on for 40 days and 40 nights, probably mocking the flood of Genesis. This was in conjunction with HAARP that creates a river of electricity flowing thousands of miles through the sky and down to the polar ice cap, manipulating the jet stream. Okay? And we already know that happened. We already know the jet stream was manipulated. Oh my gosh. These rivers flooded, causing agricultural losses of $12 to $15 billion. HAARP produces earthquakes by focusing on the fault lines. Check this shit out. Gwen Towers are on the fault lines and volcanic areas of the Pacific Northwest. So, what do you think? I think they're planning a big, big earthquake. Because they keep saying, be prepared for a big earthquake. Be prepared for an earthquake. Yeah, okay, it's going to be an earthquake that was man-made, killing I don't know how many. But, okay. In 1963, Dr. Robert Becker explored effects of external magnetic fields on the brain waves, showing a relationship between psychiatric admissions and solar magnetic storms. He exposed volunteers to pulse magnetic fields similar to magnetic storms and found a similar response. US 60 Hz electric power ELF waves vibrate at the same frequency as the human brain. UK 50 Hz electricity emissions depress the thyroid. Okay. Dr. Andrea Puharich in the 50s and 60s found clairvoyance brainwaves became 8 Hz when their powers were operative. He saw an Indian yogi in 1956 controlling his brainwaves, deliberately shifting his consciousness from one level to another. Puharich trained people with biofeedback to do this consciously, making 8 Hz waves. A healer made 8 Hz waves pass into his patient, healing their heart trouble, her brain emitting 8 Hz. One person emitting a certain frequency can make another also resonate the same frequency. Our brains are extremely vulnerable to any technology which sends out ELF waves, because they immediately start resonating to the outside signal by a kind of tuning fork effect. Puharich experimented discovering 7.83 Hz, Earth's pulse rate, made a person feel good, producing an altered state. 10.80 Hz causes riotous behavior, and 6.6 Hz causes depression. Wow. And you don't think for 1 second that the Schumann resonances are not being monkeying around with by these horrible, horrible, sorry excuses of human beings? Think again. Alright? Think again. Okay. Puharich made ELF waves change RNA and DNA. DNA. Changing in the DNA. Sound familiar? Breaking hydrogen bonds to make a person have a higher vibratory rate. He wanted to go beyond the psychic 8 Hz brainwave to attract PSI phenomena. James Hurtak, who once worked for Puharich, also wrote in his book The Keys of Enoch? Oh, okay. That surprises me. Okay, The Keys of Enoch, that ultraviolet caused hydrogen bonds to break, and this raised the vibratory rate. Wow. Now there's a connection with the Book of Enoch. A lot of connections. You guys, a lot of dots can be connected if you use your thinking critical brain and you get on your computer and you search, and you continue to search, and you will be able to connect dots. Okay, so the keys of Enoch, that the ultraviolet caused hydrogen bonds to break, and this raised the vibratory rate. Wow. I wish they didn't keep putting his name there, because I don't know how to pronounce it, but we'll just say Puharich presented the mental effects of ELF waves to his military leaders, but they would not believe him. He gave this information to certain dignitaries of other Western nations. Well, the U.S. government burned down his home in New York to shut him down, and he fled to Mexico. However, Russians discovered which ELF frequencies did. Okay, the Russians discovered which ELF frequencies did what to the human brain, and began zapping the U.S. Embassy in Moscow on July 4th, 1976, with electromagnetic waves varying in signal, including focusing on 10 Hz. 10 Hz puts people in a hypnotic state. Russians and North Koreans used this in portable mind control machines to extract confessions. Damn. Wow. Found also in an American church to help the congregation believe. The Russian woodpecker signal was traveling across the world from a transmitter near Kiev. The U.S. Air Force identified 5 different frequencies in this compound harmonic woodpecker was sending through the Earth and atmosphere. Nikola Tesla revealed in 1901 power could be transmitted through the ground using ELF waves. Nothing stops or weakens these signals. The Russians retrieved Tesla's papers when they returned to Yugoslavia after his death. Okay. Well, now you got a fuller picture. Alright? We have Harp, Gwen, CERN's in there somewhere. All these guys, it's all in there. They are controlling us by controlling frequencies. I knew this when I did my last video on this subject, and now I've got confirmation of it. And so if you're feeling kind of depressed and you don't know why, well, here's an explanation. Because they're monkeying around with your personal hertz, hertz level, frequency level. So keep reminding yourself that what you're feeling, what you're thinking, might not actually be your own real thoughts. All right? I know that's really weird, a really weird concept, but you know, we're dealing with really weird times and really messed up, sorry pieces of shit people. Alright, on that note, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Love you all. Peace.